Alrighty, and we're going to wrap up everything today with the devotional out of Mark chapter 1. And this is going to be on the theme of personal cleansing and not just being deceived by the cosmetic aspects of things in the world, but to actually look beyond that. So let's just go ahead and get right into our text today. Amanda, would you read for us out of Mark chapter 1?
All right, so starting with the 40th verse. And a leper came to him, that is Jesus, imploring him and kneeling beside him and said, "If you will, you can make me clean." Moved with pity, Jesus stretched out his hand and touched him and said to him, "I will, be clean." And immediately the leprosy left him, and he was made clean. And Jesus sternly charged him and sent him away at once and said to him, "See that you say nothing to anyone, but go, show yourself to the priest, and offer for your cleansing what Moses commanded, for proof to them." But he went out and began to talk freely about it and to spread the news, so that Jesus could no longer openly enter a town, but was out in desolate places, and people were coming to him from every quarter.
All right, so the question we have is, what is really happening in this story? Many might look at this and say this is Jesus touching the untouchables, but there's a lot more than just Jesus being moved by compassion. It's not just enough that we be moved by compassion and be hung up in the mediums of the story. The touching of the lepers merely a medium of this. It's the canvas. It's the canvas which the story is painted upon. In reality, what Jesus is doing is he is cleansing. And if we notice carefully, it's not just a bodily cleansing, although that is important, but it's also a cleansing of the soul. It's a spiritual cleansing. It's something which takes the leper to a better place. He's able to be a part of society now. And if we are to be Christ-like disciples, we must not just mistake the cosmetics of Jesus' ministry for what we do in our world, but we must really look to what is going on. We must look beyond the cosmetics of touching the leper to realize that there is a real call for transformation and cleansing. Right now, it's in the time of Lent. This is a time where we pay penance. We see what we can do to become closer to the Lord and deepen our faith. We as individuals, we must not shy away from the personal cleansings that we may need to do in life. When there are things that we need to work on in our lives, we must own up to that. The truth will set us free. We must be people who don't shy away from the need of personal growth or personal transformation, but we must look for it. We must embrace it. Jesus in his ministry is always looking to give people personal transformation and growth towards something which is better. Earlier today, we talked about the whole theology of the Cloverfield paradox, and quite honestly, there's not much of a theology there. It's sort of a secular ethos. It tries to get to an end without really having a lot of causal factors involved in it. If we want to move towards holiness, we must embrace the personal cleansing, which can take us from where we're at and move us towards a better place. And on that note, let's wrap up our program. We thank you so much for spending time with us. Tools for Liberty is produced by Kingdom of the Logos, and our crew here at Kingdom of the Logos, which is filmed in Chord Purgatory, is myself, J. Dylan Proctor, Amanda Sparrow, and Anthony Allegria. You can find us for free on our downloadable podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, and CastBox. And of course, we're also on Facebook if you just do a search for Kingdom of the Logos, and you can find us on YouTube as well. Thank you so much for spending time with us. If you would like to help us out, please just share our content. Grab a link to any of our content and share it with your friends and family. That will do us so much. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. That will help us out tremendously. And on that note, have a blessed day.